I want to take a quick look at how the markets are doing right now. Up again. Here we are, up 52 points there on the Dow. You can see the Dow Jones Industrial Average looking at 19,895, 20,000. Dow 20K still within sight. We have seen stocks continue to soar following Donald Trump's big win last month. In fact, we're up about 8.5% since he won. We may, in fact, see 20,000 before the end of the year. It is clear Wall Street and business, they are all very confident right now that Donald Trump will help this economy. So what does it mean for the business environment? What is it going to be like under a Trump presidency? How are we all going to fare economically? I'm joined by billionaire investor and co-founder of the Home Depot store, Ken Langone. Ken, good to see you. Welcome.
Nice seeing you.
You're pretty happy these days.
I'm thrilled.
You're thrilled. What is it going to mean for your average person?
Well, first of all, whoever won, I still believed then, not knowing who it would be, that America owns the next 25 years in the world.
Even if it had been Hillary Clinton?
Even if it had been Hillary Clinton. I think it would have been longer and more difficult, but I am absolutely convinced, and this to me is the genius of America, is we have hope in the future. I'm very disappointed to hear what the First Lady said this past weekend. There's no hope left, because whether it was Hillary or her husband or Donald Trump or whoever it was, there's a lot of hope. In the next 25 years, I honest to God believe America is a place to be.
That was in her interview with Oprah Winfrey.
Well, whoever it was
said,
with,
you know, look, there's
the
no
point
hope
is, we're the greatest nation on earth, and we always will be, okay? Do we have problems? Yes, we do. I think the excess of regulation in the last 15, 20 years was bringing us to a screeching halt, and I'm very excited about President-elect Trump. I'm very excited about the people he's bringing around him. He's bringing people in who are successful and who are doers. I'll give you for instance, I don't know if they announced it yet, but I understand Vinnie Viola is going to be the Secretary of the Army. Guess what? Here's a man who loves his country, who loves the Army, who is grateful to the Army for having gone to West Point, who has succeeded, and he's done it in a very ethical and honorable way. If we can bring people like this into service, Gary Cohn,
Goldman Sachs.
Rex Tillerson. I know all these people very well. These are all stars. These are people.
So, but you know what they're saying on the left right now. There are many, and many media organizations are very critical of these people, Ken, because they're saying he's bringing in all these billionaires. To which you say what?
To which I say, forget about what their net worth is. Look at them as people and what they've accomplished. Look at them as individuals. Look at them for their integrity and their character and their honor. Come on. Am I to be punished because I've been successful? I hope not.
Hey, and by the way, we remind our viewers, you started with nothing, and you were out there digging ditches. I mean, you know what hard work is like.
That's where it began 50, 60 years ago. But look, the thing that's most exciting to me is we're going to focus on what will make us better, not worse. By the way, I understand all of this outrage.
Do you?
Yeah, Hillary was going to be a coronation. They decided, look, she served champagne on her plane Election Day morning. She had $3 million worth of fireworks ready for that night. They had special confetti in the shape of glass shards getting ready to be dropped at Javits Center. This was it. They had a building. Her transition team had a building in Washington that could hold 1,000 people with computers and everything else, all set up for her transition team. Let's be honest. I was surprised that Trump won. I'm thrilled that he won. I voted for him, and I'd vote for him again. Look.
But you were surprised, and you know, look, all the polls said one thing.
Well, that's my point.
People thought, that he didn't really have a shot.
Hillary thought she was going to just waltz in at the Look, when she said that the word was deplorable, she inferred a significant number of people that followed Trump were deplorable people. My opinion, and my opinion alone, I don't think Hillary Clinton has respect for any human beings. I think there's an arrogance there, okay? And the American people caught it. The American people felt it. And the American people responded accordingly. I think she's an elitist of the highest order. Great schools, Yale Law School, Wellesley undergraduate, Secretary of State. My turn to be president. Guess what? America had a different thought in mind.
Surprise, surprise. But here, you know, she's effectively out there encouraging this narrative. I mean, saying it's Russia, it's sexism, it's racism.
She's in shock.
She's looking something.
She ought to do one thing: look in the mirror and say, what is it about the American people that they saw in me that they didn't like? And if I really care, do I want to change? Do I want to do a self? Well, not for this election. As a person, she's got to live her life. Yeah. Does she want to look in the mirror and say, wait a minute, what did they see about me that made them think I wasn't the person that should be their president?
Or what is it that they saw in Trump? I mean, you started by talking about how people have all this hope, right? They want to vote for something, not just against something.
Look, we weren't going in the right direction. We talk about 4.6% unemployment. That's nonsense. Unemployment's 10, 11%. A person all of a sudden says, I'm not going to look for a job anymore, so therefore I'm now employed? Come on. What matters is not the number. It's a spending power of people to help generate the economy, to drive the economy. That's how it works. But look, let's face it. We had 8 years. We made a mess. We deserved to lose in 2008 between what we did in Iraq, between the economics of the time. And by the way, remember this. You can blame the banks all you want, but there's a law now that governs banking called Dodd-Frank. Go back and look at what Barney Frank was saying in the early 2000s. Every American has a right to own a home. It's everybody's obligation to make sure they're in their own home. Well, guess what? There's a lot of people that don't have the responsibility to take care of a home. There's a lot of people that haven't got the financial wherewithal. Right. But his idea was everybody gets a home.
There's a lot of blame to go around.
Plenty of blame to go around.
Barney Frank deserves some of it. So overall, optimistic. Are we going to get to 20,000 before year end? And what's your feeling for the economy now?
I've been a bull. I'm going to be 82. I've been a bull every day of my life. There are times I'm more bullish than others. I have never been as bullish on America as I am right this very minute. At 81 years old, I see opportunities every place I look. And I hope what bothered me more about this election was not Hillary, but the number of kids that were going to follow Bernie Sanders, that were going to give up on capitalism, that didn't think there was a future for them. There's a great future out there. There's a million things to be done. 10,000 people turn 65 every single day. Big market, growing like a weed, great opportunities. Bernie was 49, I was 43, and Arthur was 37 when we started Home Depot. We weren't kids, but we saw an opportunity, and look what happened. We have 360,000 people. They're the best people in the world. They're the heart and guts of Home Depot. All we did was bring them together. There's opportunities every place you look. What do they say about problems? There are opportunities in work clothes. That's exactly what we have going on in America.
What a terrific message. Ken Langone,
okay.
So good to see you.
Good seeing you. Thanks for having me.
Most bullish you've ever been.
I'm most bullish I've ever been.
You look pretty good for 81.
I feel pretty good, okay?
Thanks so much. All right.